Hello, gorgeous manifestors. Happy Sunday. I don't usually come on and do Facebook Lives on a weekend, especially not on a Sunday, but today's the first day I don't feel jet lagged and groggy, so I thought I'd jump on while I have good energy behind me, because what's been coming up a lot for me recently is the guidance from the universe to come on and talk about the fact that manifestations happen following actions. I know I talk a lot about aligning your energy and how you feel, and that's really, really important, because when you have a relaxed, happy, aligned energy, so an aligned energy means you feel relaxed and happy, there's no fear, there's no stress, you just feel quite surrendered and peaceful. When you have that energy, it's very, very easy to manifest, and it's very, very easy to get guidance from the universe because you're in that surrendered energy state. So you're basically an open channel to receiving guidance. And when I talk about that, sometimes I think people feel a bit nervous that if their energy is off or they're feeling a bit contrasty, that is going to stop their manifesting. And I guess if you feel like that for a long period of time, it can slow your manifestations down. But also it is important that we do have periods of contrast, because in the periods of contrast, we launch new rocket of desires for what we want to create and what we want to manifest. But what I kind of wanted to talk about was the fact that actions also equal manifestations. And, you know, when you are feeling a bit contrasty, rather than freaking out that your negative energy is going to attract the wrong things, I want you to just give yourself a bit of slack, because it's actually the action that's much more powerful in creating the manifestation. And with that, therefore, it's really important to notice your energy behind your actions. So a classic example would be, I coach a lot of my clients around building businesses, for example. Money's another key one, but I'll focus on the business thing just for this particular story, or this example rather. When people are wanting to grow businesses, the old school method is to work your socks off and to really put loads of effort in and to work really hard and work around the clock. And the idea is that loads of action brings you results. From a law of attraction point of view, when you are taking actions with an aligned energy behind you, it shouldn't feel like hard work. It should feel very flowy and easy and effortless. And so what I wanted to talk about today was noticing the energy behind your actions. And I'm guilty as well of having times where I feel like I'm firefighting and I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. But actually, that's a really difficult energy to manifest from. 1 second, the dog's just trying to get in. Right. So notice the energy behind your actions. And I talk about it's so much more powerful to take an action from an aligned energy space than it is from a overwhelmed and firefighting energy space, or from a forcing or pushing energy space. Because remembering, some of you might not know this, but I know I've mentioned this before, when you're in that aligned energy and you're feeling very, very connected, you're more powerful than 1 million people that aren't, and therefore any action you take is super, super powerful. So that's why I have manifested so much in less than a year, because I am very aware a lot of the time on the energy behind my actions. So a classic example could be, I could have come on yesterday to do this live, but my energy would have been all off because I was feeling jet lagged and groggy. But I'm going to come on today, I'm coming on today, and my energy behind it is really aligned, which means that my message is going to reach you in the right way, and it's going to have the right energy behind it. And it means that I'm working from an energy of ease and grace today, whereas yesterday I would have been working from an energy of, oh my God, I need to do this, I haven't done a Facebook Live for ages. And it's really, really important to notice your energy behind things, because when you're taking actions from an aligned energy space, you don't have to take as many actions. So it's a very different way of being compared to how we've grown up, I guess, especially for me and many of us in this group. I worked in central London in a PR industry. It was very busy, very deadline driven, and it was always an energy of firefighting and trying to keep your head above water. When you're working with law of attraction, it's the opposite. So I now, especially since having some time away in Australia to reflect, I've really remembered the importance of only taking action from an aligned energy space. And so what that looks like for me is making sure I have lots of time in my day to, meditate, to feel connected, to do the things that feed my soul, which means that I only have to take 1, 2 or 3 actions each day from an aligned energy space that are going to get me bigger results than they would be if I was firefighting all day and working around the clock and making myself really tired. So it's really, really interesting to notice this. So when you're taking actions, check what the energy is behind it. Is it an energy of struggle or pushing or forcing or efforting? If it is, there's virtually 0 point taking that action, I would say, because it's not going to have the right outcome. Whereas if you've got a really, really aligned energy behind it, it's just going to work for you. The universe will start bringing the manifestations towards you. So notice your energy. If anything ever feels off to you or you feel pressured to do it, don't. It has to feel in alignment with you. And again, for a lot of us, we very much are in the habit of feeling like we should do things in a certain way to suit certain people, but it's actually the hard way around of doing things. If you do it in a way that sets your soul on fire and it feels in alignment to you, that's when you'll get the manifestations flowing to you really quickly. So remember, follow your inner guidance. These emotions are here to guide us. Anything that feels good is what we should be doing. Anything that feels negative or angsty or out of obligation is a big, big one. And that's something I might talk about a bit more in the coming weeks. Thinking about what your quantum leap word is. My quantum leap word is freedom. So therefore, anything I have to do out of obligation feels very unaligned to me. So this is going into quite deep level manifesting. This is the kind of stuff I go into with my clients. But it's really important to acknowledge what things feel good to you and what things don't, and to honor them. You don't have to justify yourself. You don't have to question yourself. If it feels off, it's an indication to you that you're not meant to do it. Or if you do it, you're just making things much harder for yourself. So follow the things that feel blissful. As Abraham Hicks says, follow your joy, follow your bliss. Manifesting is really as simple as that. Follow your bliss and then follow the inspired actions that feel good to you, that come to you when you're in your blissful state. When you are aligned, you get the inspired actions to take. They're the actions you should follow, and the actions you take equal the manifestations. So likewise, if you're taking actions and they feel off to you, it's going to equal a negative manifestation back. So it's a really, really interesting thing to acknowledge and to be aware of. So I just have been guided to talk about that for the last 2 or 3 days. Obviously, I've been massively jet lagged today. I'm back in the land of the living, so I felt that my energy was right to come on and talk about this. So I really, really hope that helps a lot of you. I am going to be coming on this week and doing a couple of live Q&As around money. I've got the Money Manifesting Mindset Mastery kicking off on Wednesday. There's still time to sign up for that. There's a massive group of us. I'm really excited. So I will be coming on and doing a couple of free live Q&As in this group this week. I will finalise the dates later today. I'll just get my energy right behind it before I put the dates and times out. And if you have any questions about anything money manifesting, it will be a chance for you to ask me those questions and for me to be able to answer them for you. And I think that's it basically. I just wanted to wish you guys an incredible Sunday. I wanted to come on and get that message over because the universe has been guiding me to talk about this for 2 or 3 days. So hopefully that's going to resonate for some of you. So I'm sending you lots and lots of love. Have a gorgeous Sunday, and I will put something up in the group later on once I've aligned my energy around the days and the times to do the live money Q&As. I love you guys very, very much, and I will speak to you all very, very soon. Mwah.